with Rachel McAdams, Abby Ryder-Fortson, and Judy Blume. Give it up. No doubt, with dozens of books to her name, Judy has helped millions fall in love with reading. That includes our next guest, and in turn, now she's helping thousands of little kids in Greater Boston find their passion for books and stories. From Raising a Reader, Massachusetts, everybody say hello to Executive Director Christine. Meet Rachel, meet Judy, meet Abby. So explain to us what Raising a Reader is all about, how it came about.
Well, thank you so much. First, I just want to say a huge shout out to you all. I can't believe I'm sitting on the couch here with you all.
Me either,
Judy,
still.
I'm a huge fan. I loved Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Your books were so formative to me in my adolescent years, so thank you for sharing them. So Raising a Reader is Raising a Reader Massachusetts is a flagship affiliate of a national organization, Raising a Reader, and we are based in Boston, and we work in under-resourced communities across the state of Massachusetts. Currently, we're in 10. Yeah. And we work with families who have children from birth to age 6, and we empower parents to be their child's first teacher. So we are an evidence-based model, over 35 years of research that shows one of the most important factors impacting a child's academic success is being regularly read to by a parent or caregiver before starting kindergarten.
Yeah, that's the best thing I can thank my mother for. She was a teacher, and I just remember reading, because she always had a book in her hand, so I'm an avid reader because of that, and I've been reading to my kids since they were little. Do you do the same in your house? I assume you did. Yes. Did you do that, Rachel? Do you still read and do stuff
Yeah,
like that?
I do, I do.
It's fun.
It's so fun, and it's so fun to see what they kind of hook into, and the things they can understand. You know, they follow a story so much earlier than I expected, and they're just watching their little imaginations crack open.
Yeah, like the sequencing of it and everything,
yeah.
I often do character voices. They're not into that. I think I do it for myself. But Christine, you work directly with parents, so how do you do that?
Yeah, so we are a collaborative program, so we work with trusted partners in the communities we serve to access the families, and we teach dialogic reading techniques, which is a fancy way of saying creating a conversation. And we make sure that the parents have the opportunity to learn open-ended questions, or how to ask open-ended questions to encourage a conversation. So instead of asking a question where they might end the conversation with a yes or no answer, we might say, like, you could ask, what kind of animal is that? And the child would say, it's a dog. I said, yes, it looks like a dog. It has 2 ears and a tail. And what else do you notice? It has whiskers. What other animal could it be? It's a cat. Yes, it's a cat. Yeah. And you've just created this opportunity to, inspire, exactly, and build a conversation as opposed to ending it with a yes or no. And these families, what I love about our program is it works for everybody, regardless of your income, your educational abilities, your language skills. Everybody can do it.
Yeah, and it's a habit. It's one of those. It's one of those things that I can find hard, like especially if you're a working parent, like coming home every day and making sure you're forming these really positive habits. It's hard sometimes to stick to, but it's so important for them. It builds confidence, I think, in them too, as little readers. But you also offer something called the Red Book Bag Program. So what's that?
Yeah, so that is part of our model. That's what our children call us, because they literally bring home a red book bag of age-appropriate, culturally relevant books.
Yeah.
So, a young child might
look at that smile.
A young child might have more board books or picture books in them, whereas the older children might have books on science, technology, engineering, and math. And the books come in 13 different languages, and many of them are bilingual. And I'm really proud to say that we are serving, 6,500 children so far this year. Hopefully we'll get to 7,500 children by the year end.
We have a mama and daughter in the audience who have been part of the program for 15 years, so they must like it, y'all. Let's say hi to Guadalupe and Alexandra. What's up, ladies? So Guadalupe, I'm gonna take us back to the beginning. Like, how did you get started with Raising a Reader? How did you find it?
Hi, Kelly, first. Yes, I came from El Salvador 18 years ago, and I had my first child, Alexandra. So I was wondering if I was doing the right developmental things with her. So I joined a playgroup where I felt really comfortable, because back then I didn't speak English. So most of the parents in the group were bilingual, which I learned English as well. So I remember in this group, we started to receive the red bag. And Alexandra loved it so much. And I started to ask those questions that Christine mentioned to engaging with her. And I believe that creates the love of reading, the love of books, the writing, and that has made a big impact in her academic life.
Absolutely. Alexandra, what do you remember from that?
I remember being so obsessed with the red bag. I would like try my best to hold on to the books for as long as possible. And then there was also a DVD that was included where I would replay the video, and it was just on parent introduction into what Raising a Reader was about. And every single time, without fail, I would play that DVD, even though it meant nothing to me at all. So my mom had to sit through all of that. Sorry, Mom.
It's exciting too as a kid though too, and like also it feels grown up. It's like my boy just started getting homework, and I'm like, you're excited now. But he gets so excited, he feels grown up about it. So I'm imagining that's why you probably gravitated towards that too. You felt all astute watching your video. Rachel, what books do you read to your kids that they want to read over and over?
My son is really into Lightning McQueen or anything with wheels.
Yes, yes.
So he just obsessed with cars. So anything with cars, we can read over and over and over again. My daughter is super into Goodnight Golden Girls right now.
I love your household. Goodnight Golden Girls, I love this.
Which is a little book about how the Golden Girls, Blanche and Rose and Dorothy, don't want to go to bed. They just want to stay up and eat cheesecake and take bubble baths. And Ma wants them to go to bed so she can eat the cheesecake. And we read that a lot. And she's always saying to me, "Where's the mommy?" And I say, Ma is the mommy. She's like, no, Ma is mommy. You know, so she's always fighting with me about Ma being mommy. I'm like, Ma is so not a mommy. But anyway, yeah, so we read that one a lot. And then this great little series I found called Little Feminist recently. Do you know these books?
I do, yeah.
That are just so inclusive, and they're board books. They're really short, and everyone's represented. And we talk about, you know, there'll be kids with a prosthetic leg, or it's just
like real life things.
Real life, and lots of great little questions at the back, and they're just really digestible for kids. And she loves those.
That's so cool.
Loves them, yeah.
But Christine, you have a fundraiser coming up, right, for the program? So tell us about the fundraiser.
Oh yes, thank you for asking. That's our annual Dinner with an Author Gala is on May 11th, and we invite 26 best-selling authors to share a love of literacy, and they donate a dozen of their books, and they dine with our guests and sign the books, and it reinforces our mission of books in the home. And many of our authors also donate to our live auction.
That is so cool, and inspiring people to write, as well. Yeah,
like you.
Yeah, I love writing. Yeah, I understand, Judy, that you have something for the fundraiser, right?
I do.
You want to explain what it is?
There it is. Well, it's a copy of Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. It's actually...
It's not just a copy, it's signed.
Yes, it is.
Thank you so much.
It actually is the 50th anniversary edition, but people like it so much. That's the book that they're choosing at the bookstore. You know, I have a bookstore, so I know about what you're talking about.
Yeah, what they're grabbing,
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That's so generous.
so cool to
Thank
sign.
you so much. Yeah.
That's huge. And to just have something that's like you have the 50-year edition of something. That's incredible. But that's not all. So are you still there, God? It's me, Kelly.
Yes, I am. Oh, these mosquitoes are everywhere. Yes, Kelly, I'm here, and indeed we do. Now, I know that Kelly and many of you learned the joys of a good book when your mom or dad read to you at bedtime. And Scholastic is all about bringing families together by reading more at home. So they are donating $10,000 to Raising a Reader, Massachusetts.
I love it. Thank you, guys.
You are most welcome.
Thank you so